So trading trendline breakouts is one of the best strategies you guys can have in your arsenal, whether you're a beginner or maybe you're already a full-time advanced trader just wanting to learn more strategies so you can make more money. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the best trendline breakout strategy that I've been using over the past 7 years. So if you guys enjoyed this, smash that like button and subscribe. My name is Carter. We focus everything about trading on the channel, so make sure you guys subscribe. It means the world to me. If you guys want to elevate your trading game, check out our school. It's called the Swing Trading Masterclass. It's fantastic. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a group chat, but more importantly, we teach you how to trade. We teach you how to set up your scanners, how to find these opportunities, how to go about entry points, good risk management, all the things you guys need to become a full-time trader. So check it out down below, and you guys can get 51% off by using code TRADER. So check it out down below, and guys, let's jump into the absolute best trading strategy that I've been using. Let's go. All right, so trading trendline breakouts is probably one of the best trading strategies you guys can have, whether you're a beginner or you're already a full-time trader, because if you do it right, you can have really good risk management. You guys could be risking $1 but making up to $5, $6, $7 a share in some cases here. So let's talk about kind of the approach and mindset that I've been using over the past 7 years. All right, so step one is to find opportunity. This is by far one of the most hardest and most important things you guys need to do. So there's a variety of different ways you guys can go about it. One of the ways that I would recommend is by using an external scanner like Finvez. Finvez is awesome because it's completely free and it incentivizes you to learn certain stocks, learn supports, and more importantly, you have so much access to being able to customize the scanner to kind of whatever your strategy entails. So let's talk about Finvez here. All right, so once you guys go ahead and you load up finvez.com, you guys will see the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, S&P 500, the Russell 2000. Now, yes, we do trade some of these ETFs, but it only will trade them if it follows your checklist for your setup. We'll talk about that more here later in the video, so stay tuned for that. But as we scroll down here, we'll have the S&P 500 map where you guys can see certain sectors that are performing better than others. And if you guys want a more detailed description, you guys can go to the groups tab and you guys can see what type of performance certain sectors are doing. So if you're swing trading stocks, maybe you'd be more incentivized to look at energy, financial, or a possible reversal in real estate. So you got to have a little bit of some offense, a little bit of some defense here. But going back to that home screen, as we scroll down, these stocks right here that are up 150, 47%, down 87%, 44%. We do not trade anything in here. These stocks are way too volatile. They can go up a lot and make you a bunch of money, and they can go down a lot and make you lose a lot of money. These are the stocks that you'll constantly see traders online talk about because of the volatility, because of the spread on them. Yeah, if a stock sells off 20, 80%, whatever it is, yeah, there's a possibility of a reversal or there's a possibility of more sell-off, right? There's both sides to the coin. So how do you find these stocks that we could enter and have a possible move going higher? So looking at this here, if we go down, you guys can see signal. It'll say trend line support, trend line resistance. So trend line support is just natural tendencies where a stock gets buying pressure. It could be a certain trend line, like we talk about. It could be a certain moving average line. So if we go ahead and we just click this, then it pops up all the stocks on that trend line. So like a stock like this, PULM, is riding this trend line here. So after we find an opportunity, we go to our broker. Now, the broker I use here is Moomoo. I'll put a link to them down below because they offer all of the trading tools you need for your strategies, honestly. So that same stock here, but make sure you guys check out Moomoo. Getting distracted, 30 free stocks just to sign up. So PULM here, once we pull it up here, we go to that daily. If we go ahead and we look at it here, you guys can possibly see we might have, right, nice support here on this trend line. So if we wanted to enter this position, we would want to enter on this trend line, right? Very, very simple. So what's a real approach and a real stock that we recently just traded here? This is the stock here that we recently traded, and this is NVIDIA. NVIDIA was one of the best positions that we took this past month here. And as we pull up our handy dandy swing trading journal, and I'll put a link to this down below if you guys want to get it. But as we go to our trading journal, this trade, we profited over $1,177 by using this approach, right? If we go to this, this is the best strategy that we have in our portfolio this past month here. So what is this approach? So with NVIDIA stock here, we don't just base a trade ever based off the name because people talk about NVIDIA. No, we want a checklist. We want a set list of criteria before we ever buy the stock. So with NVIDIA, the first thing is trends, right? Trends are probably one of the most important things you need as a trader, honestly. You want to see a stock going into the upper right-hand corner from the lower left-hand corner. So it goes up in value. And this is why I have some moving average lines where you guys can help see that direction here. So after we know the trend and it has that good upward trend, the next thing we want to see is some sort of support. Support could be a variety of things ranging from a certain price, a certain zone, a certain moving average line, or even a certain RSI point. Now, in this zone here, what do we notice? Okay, right in here, what do we notice? Each and every time it hits this zone, we've seen natural tendencies of getting buying pressure. So let's look. So it sells off, hits that zone, buying pressure. 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 So we have a stock on an upward trend that sold off down to a very undervalued support zone. Now, do you go ahead and make the trade now? No, we look at that RSI, which is another technical indicator. Now, the RSI here at the time of purchase was trading for a 35. So what I think is important is to look back at the last time it was trading for a 35 was back in this range right here where we saw this good move. So now here we have a stock on an upward trend, sold off down to a support zone, undervalued on the RSI. Now the next thing, this is the most important thing, is you want to go ahead and find that breakout point. So what you want to see, let's remove all of these other lines here other than these two. What you want to see is a stock that is sold off and has 3 touches on this trend line here. Okay, so it sells off, hits it, selling pressure, hits it, selling pressure, hits it, selling pressure, hits it, selling pressure. So when do you enter? What you do is you throw an alert above this, and as it continues to sell off, you move your stop loss, or not your stop loss, but your alert down and down and down and down. Now, when the stock pops up, this is where we got in. Getting in near and around the 109 area. Being able to enter here, keep our stop loss, so the max amount of money we're willing to lose just below here. Okay, so let's break down that risk versus reward here. So entering on the breakout, our stop loss just below the lower wick down here for a possible push up to this 143 range. Okay, because that's that nearby resistance. Gives a risk and reward of 6.3, meaning I am risking $1 to make $6.43, which is astonishing. That's exactly what we look for. So after this here, what we do is that as we take this trade, we draw out this new trend line. We see it form and we keep our stop loss. So the max amount of money we're willing to lose, we keep moving it up and up and up and up until it dips below it. And this is where we sold out of the position. So this move percentage wise wasn't that much, right? If we go ahead and we draw it out percentage wise, it's about 12%. Now, that's a lot. That's a lot. And the thing is what I always say is if you guys can make just a whopping 3%, a small amount percentage-wise, you know, a simple base hit, 3% per month, you're in the top 5% of traders in the world. So don't focus on these crazy, crazy returns, trying to turn $1 into $1 million. Focus on, you know, just small base hits. And with a stock and trade like this, what happens when you swing for a base hit? You occasionally get a home run, and that's exactly what we had with this trade. And there's still some opportunity there for other breakouts and other opportunities. So that's the easiest trendline strategy using Finvest, using Mumu. I'll put links to all these down below. And if you guys want help with anything, check out our school, Code Trader, 51% off. I'll see you guys in there, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.